I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't gonna ramble. Let's just get straight to the video.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. These streamers definitely do not like each other because there is a constant circulation of clips on the timeline that feature discourse and division. But what if I told you this was inevitable? Now, in the past, I made a video called Why There Are No Friends in Streaming, and to make a long story short, is because they aren't friends. They are merely collabs. I think it really got bad when Kai Cenat ascended to the top of the totem pole, but that's for later. I'm gonna quit yambling. You already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's actually start. Now, like I said, I think this all started when Kai Cenat reached the pinnacle of streaming. My guess is that there is a sense of envy or jealousy because when Kai got to his heights, streaming continued to grow and is now comparable to the music industry. And if you know, the music industry is not only shady, but you make hella money. And when money is involved, that's when niggas start getting a little cray. Let me show you some examples.
I know Kai about to do his subathon. That's time for streamers to go on vacation. Yeah, man. That's why the Love Show is from the 23rd to the 30th. I already knew when it was coming, nigga. I already knew. I did my research, nigga. I made mega calls before I planned what day I was gonna do it. Nigga, I been knew. Nigga, I'm like, nigga, this day, no high production, nigga. I'm cool, bro. I ain't trying to lose no money. No. You feel me? So
now obviously Kai is cool with DDG and I think Ben too, so one could view both of these clips as just jokes and trolling, but clearly there is some truth mixed in. Like I said, Kai is at the top of streaming, so when he's streaming, people are watching. And while they may be joking, I think what they're saying is just a manifestation of their deeper feelings, which is this nigga is taking my viewers and thus taking my money. Now, I'm not making any hard accusations here of hidden animosity, but I think it's just some food for thought, my niggas. So chew up. Also, I don't think this is the first time a streamer has made a joke regarding streaming at the same time as Kai. So what I'm trying to say is that I think there may be an element of envy due to Kai's position, especially given the recent Kai Cenat hate campaign that was going on. I was happily a part of it. I think that campaign was the embodiment of what you could probably call the Kai Cenat fatigue, and being that these streamers see each other as collabs or food used to grow, is it really out of the equation to say that behind the scenes, niggas are tired of Kai and ready for a new top streamer? But anyways, I said all that because the conversation of competition and being number one keeps popping up for some reason, and I can't understand why these streamers don't like competition. And like I said in the last video on the subject, I just think that's because these niggas not friends in the first place. Because if you're competing with your friend and you're secure in yourself, there's no way that should be causing that much division.
Consider PBF a top 5 English streamer on planet Earth. And if that's the case, I just asked you a question, Maxwell. Then you know you're my boy. Do you think you're part of the problem? Just a question. I'm not saying you are. I'm asking you. Like, ask yourself: are you part of the problem? Because we know your dreams. You want to be the #1 streamer. You want to do all that. Are you? Does that competitive get in the way? You think that every stream, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you think you're part of the problem? I just want to know what your thoughts are on that. You want that? Nigga, I'm asking him a question. This is some shit I asked in real life. And he would answer truthfully, because Max is pretty honest. I'm not gonna lie. So with the knowing that you want to be the #1 streamer and knowing certain streams have to be a certain way, you got to be averaging a certain amount, and each stream got to kind of be a banger in your head or memorable. Do you feel like that gets in the way of the old classic form of streaming that you feel like you miss? Do you think you're part of the equation?
My thoughts on the Rage clip is that honestly, you have to just come to terms with the fact that two things can be true at once. I think you can be unified as streamers while being competitive. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive. My question is, how does someone's personal goal of wanting to be #1 affect streamer relations? That is purely a
It can affect streamer relations because when you get too caught up in business and it start becoming a job and you start thinking of competition, it's not fun no more. See what I'm saying? I make reaction videos because it's fun, whether y'all watch them or not. You see what I'm saying? It's fun. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the creativeness. I enjoy editing my own videos. I enjoy making my own thumbnails. See what I'm saying? Once you lose that and then it become everything else, that's how that can get into the way.
Goal. And if you feel threatened by that, you're either not secure or you don't like that person. I'll give you prime example, Mr. Beast. He's a guy who was very vocal about his love for being the best in YouTube, but that doesn't divide the community. Didn't he turn YouTube into a slothomization gimmick? I mean, yeah, but what does that have to do with his relations with other YouTubers? Fair enough. That's why I can't fully resonate with what Rage is saying here. We see that same strive to be number one on YouTube. Striving to be number one does not inherently affect relationships, unless you're not secure or you don't like these people. Max ended up responding, and here's what he had to say.
We was all in the basement, and you was just talking about some shit like, what did you say? You said some shit like, damn, Max, I thought you was finna be the one, you fell off. Nigga, you talking like a viewer, like a chat nigga, like, you feel me? Facts. Rage is my boy, but since he's saying this on stream, I'ma just also say it on stream. This is my brother, like, I fuck with Rage. But like, it's facts though. So just like you saying that, yeah, we all part of the problem. We all competitive. It's cool though. I think competition is good for this shit. I think competition.
Good, friendly competition though. Y'all niggas be like BL at odds with each other, like hating. You know what I'm saying? Player hating. You feel me? Niggas be getting into their feelings behind the scenes and stuff like that, and it starts to show in niggas' content.
It's good for this shit, but I'm just saying we should all be unified as streamers. Niggas could be able to hop on Discord. Niggas can do shit together. Now it's like sections and factions. Niggas gonna be mad at me speaking facts, but it's true, bro. Imagine, yo, bro, you on stream to all your viewers, niggas just farming saying you fell off.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this nigga should have never left the J. And I'm not even trolling. I used to watch Max when I was younger. And y'all know I don't mess with Max for real. Not anymore. Because he just be around them weirdos and I can't rock with it personally. But it's funny to hear because it seems like he's peeping it in real time for himself. Just how fake that energy is. And I mean, he even called out Rage for being disingenuous because he's cracking jokes about falling off. But let's be real. Niggas be cracking jokes, but these jokes be having truth in them. So you don't know how he really felt. But I also feel like this response really just continues to validate what I've been saying. Max himself said it. You can be competitive and still be unified. But the reason niggas aren't unified is because they're not really friends. He just said his own homeboy sounded like a chat nigga. He said Rage was sounding like a dude from the chat. Low-key on the topic of keeping things for what they are, here's something I found interesting. Now we know Rage was one of the people that commented on Max's departure from FaZe.
When niggas go, you feel me? This is real. Okay, this is not troll, this is real. Still got love, all the love in the world for my dog. But he's on to different paths and like, you feel me? Like, this is real. This is not a troll, I swear on my life. And I hate that when we're at the point when niggas actually got to say some serious shit. The first thing everybody thinks everybody's trolling because we troll way too damn much. You feel me? But this ain't no troll. I have all the love in the world for my boy Max. Forever. You feel me? When FaZe was telling us like, yo, Rage, what we doing? Rebrand needs to happen. Who we picking up? Bad boy Max, the first motherfucker that came to mind. No ifs, ands, or buts. You feel me? But Max, he doing his own, you feel me? I'm not gonna say why. That's up to him to do. I'm not gonna do that for him. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna let y'all know it's not.
And he even hopped into a Discord call with him to seemingly talk about everything that transpired. But what's getting me is that Rage was supporting him, but then tried to attribute the Great Division to his departure. I don't know, man. Me personally, I'm not doing my homie like that. Cause it sounded like niggas need the box. Cause that was disrespectful. I'm trolling. But for real though, I just feel like he was just showing love. And while departing FaZe doesn't mean that a person instantly just wants to be #1 streamer, I feel like it's part of Max's own self-growth and his own development. So for Rage to even insinuate that, hey, you might be part of the problem because you're striving to be the best you and striving to be the best in your field, to me it just comes across like, I don't know. I wouldn't do it, but that's just me. But clearly the clip pages were starting to notice the obvious display of distance between all of these streamers and they started nostalgia baiting, and that's just the boys slow down. But another thing that makes me feel like this current era of streaming division started with Kai's ascension to the top was the fact that his secret boyfriend was on stream reminiscing about the days he was on top.
But the one thing I do want to call out is when I was #1 on Twitch. When I was #1 on Twitch, and it wasn't about numbers and it wasn't about competition, guys. It was about having fun. It was about involving people. It was about bringing people together and doing shit together, right? I wish you could go back to that, but streaming is just not how it was, okay? Streaming is not how it was. It's competition now. It's numbers. It's this. It's that. It's this. It's that. It is what it is. It is what it is. You're a Jew? Sure. It is what it is.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Grunk is tripping. This nigga Aiden is literally tripping. What are you talking about? This is the equivalent to a nigga at the YMCA, bro, who you're hooping with, telling you if he didn't injure his knee, he would have made it to the league. Bro, what are you talking about? Genuinely. When Aiden was at number 1, all he was doing was spamming zesty jokes. It was zesty jokes, e-dates, and rapper collabs, bro. This nigga talking about being together. And then on top of that, bro, you're flexing kick contracts and kick deals. And it just feels so tone deaf because he's definitely part of the problem. Like, his community is one of the most, like, vicious on the platform. And he has no qualms about his community. He doesn't care to fix it. So just to hear him talk about how when he was at the top and reminiscing on it, like, he was much better. Come on, dude. Let's just keep it real. And like I said, some of it really do just feel like yap to me. Because Aiden is part of the problem. And especially the NBA kick deals, it's really the money and the fact that a lot of these people aren't much different from your average person. It's just that they have large sums of bread. I'm saying that it just almost feels like streaming has turned into this shitty high school sitcom. Some of these streamers are just awkward people who want to make money and are willing to do morally compromising things at times for it. And that just sounds like high school to me. I don't know.
Well,
you till I fucking die.
Alright, you doing it or what? What's the word?
praise on God, I'm not doing another event with a Twitch stream.
No,
That's
Sam.
50-50 from now on God. So that's the end of that.
Yeah, what happened with that? What happened with that, bro?
I mean, it's obvious, no? I paid
How much you had to pay? How much you had to pay? How much you had to pay?
40K and I paid like 240K, I think. 240.
And did y'all agree on that before?
I agreed to pay majority, but we didn't know that they were gonna go out to like yachts and clubs and shit. So we had to. But he doesn't want to pay anything.
I'm like,
So here's what it is.
You paid $250,000 for that event.
Yeah.
that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
That's nuts, gang. That's nuts.
It's fine. It's fine, but I'm just not doing it anymore. I mean.
So for context, this was basically the weight loss competition they had going on. I'm not gonna talk about it because I really don't care, but I'm showing y'all so y'all don't think I'm just trolling. This is basically the one friend who ordered hella food and then asked to split the bill evenly. So that's
Bruh, what makes it weird is that everybody is just ungenuine. Like, I feel like the only way a whole app to the point to where everybody starting to talk about numbers and everybody get into a competition like type of standpoint, that had to originate from somebody. Like, somebody had to put that energy out into the world. I don't know if it was Kai or just off of the simple fact that that nigga just got huge. I don't know, but it's like stuff is like this is gonna happen when most of the platform you got ungenuine niggas on it. Simple.
really just what a lot of this stuff boils down to. Just immature adults who touched a lot of money. Maybe some of them are stuck in high school, but it's time to just let it go, guys. Life moves on. Y'all know what's kind of silly? And it's from the guy I least expected to say this about, but Ronaldo was actually cooking. He was saying the same stuff as me.
The smallest one here. I don't think my take on this is. I actually have a take. Let's start. Oh, should I start stirring myself into this a little bit? I don't actually think streamers have egos. I think streamers just don't like each other. Simple as that. And it's not based off egos. It's just based off they just don't like each other. And people fake friendships. And put question marks all you want. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't think people like each other. I don't really know why. I think this shit, there's plenty of money for everyone. There's plenty of viewership for everyone. And there's plenty of content for everyone. I don't really know why this is even like a thing. Like, I just don't know why people are scared to say they don't like people.
And I will say this is probably my favorite clip I've seen recently. And for everything I criticize this nigga for, I will say this was such a good take. The state of streaming is that nobody likes each other, nobody wants to be friends, and nobody is truly secure. My theory is that these people just be lacking substance in their life. The money, the followers, the materials, and the internet validation isn't enough to fill whatever some of these influencers are seeking to fill. So my advice is to find what resonates with your soul. Find what makes you feel good and never lose hold of it. It seems like some of these guys did, and they're grasping at anything they can. That's just how I feel. Subscribe for more unsolicited.
Yeah, I just think that people get into this. What word am I looking for? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but people get on this platform, right? And it's like people get on here and they don't really love what they do. People got on here and wanted the money, and then the views started to attract. and then it's like they true colors about their job, or it's not even supposed to be a job. What they're doing, like content, is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to love it, right? I don't understand how streamers don't like each other when y'all all do the same thing and y'all should all be wanting to collab with each other. It's just confusing. Like, I don't know where the weirdness started, but you feel me? I'm glad I ain't in that area, and that's all that matter. Y'all folks like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else y'all want from me next. Music videos, funny videos, reaction videos. Just let me know. Period. It's MCC Dr. I. I'm gonna make another video today.
But that's why I love the Marv.